Hello, people of Earth and the robot inhabitants of Mars. This is another transmission from Odie 101. You may notice that my spirits are high. I don't know what it might be. It could be the fact of breathing reprocessed air, drinking weird space water, and the horrible amounts of rotten food I've eaten. But for some reason, I'm in a pretty good mood. Now, in between transmissions, besides having a vigorous argument with this door, which, by the way, I lost, I also was able to make a bunch of ingots. A whole bunch of different things I was able to come across. I was also able to get our power situation somewhat under control, as you can see here. I made a lot of different blocks and whatnot. So let's go back to it. The downside, spending so much time in stupid space, doing stupid stuff, besides that sound, would be all my food went rotten. But I was able to make a lot of dirt out of it, even the stuff that was in here. What the hell was that? Well, that's uncomfortable. Alright, so let's kind of see where we left off at and what we can get to. So yes, the food situation is, needless to say, a scooch bit dire. Let's first pop up to our farm. And let's go ahead and get ourselves some bread going so we have something to eat. Alright, and let's head back home. No, oh, that was something else I want to show you. Something else in between transmissions. Because I spent a lot of time in here just kind of screwing around. And I was out here mocking mobs and laughing at them greatly. And then I noticed that. It is some sort of wire. And if you look, it actually leads all the way up to right behind this wall. So let's go ahead and just take a quick little peek-see at where this wire goes and what it does. Oh, for anybody who's curious, this isn't iron blocks. This is bedrock. Alright, so it just seems to stop here. Gray insulated wire from Project Red. Alright, so that is just there. But, is that sun coming up? That sun's going down, so we may not head out there this afternoon. But it does lead somewhere, so we are going to have to investigate that fairly soon. But we will not do it at night. Alright, I guess I could have just teleported back, but whatever. Oh, wrong way. I don't know what's out there. I don't know if it leads to anything, but we've pretty much looked around this place quite a bit to no avail. So, let's go ahead and crank us up a little bit of food. I have not done a ton of farming because the food just goes bad in between. What do we got here? We got 4. Let's go ahead and get this cooking up. Alright, just kind of keep this going for a second. And we are going to get back into quest. So the good news now is we do have quite a bit of iron. I did get some blocks from outside. I also used the pulverizer to mix things up. Plus, another nice thing is I did use the... Basically what I did is I used the pulverizer to get things down to dust form. And then I, alright, how's this? Okay, let's just eat it anyway. Just a little bit more juice here. So I let the pulverizer take care of the dust. And as you can see, we've got a decent amount of redstone now, plus a lot of other stuff. So, alright, let's just get a little bit more of this going. Let's go ahead and pop this in here. Get this cooked up so we can get ourselves some toast. And, yeah, we are definitely going to have to get going on food. But the first thing I want to do is I want to try and make the stupid refrigerators. I don't think it necessarily will keep food fresher longer. I don't believe. But hopefully it will. Alright. Not eaten recently. Great. So we need a little bit of this to kind of get our stuff up. So, if we look here and we look up ink sac, we can see that one of the ways to get it is by making carbon black. Carbon black is pretty simply made by using carbon, 2 hydrogen, and an oxygen. And those are pretty basic elements in here. So, let's see. We do have an oxygen, but it doesn't look like we have any carbon. But will some of this, that has oxygen in it. Let's see. Here's 2 hydrogen. So carbon's pretty easy. Let's go ahead and head over here and grab ourselves some coal, and we'll break this down, and this will give us carbon. That's pretty simple. Hydrogen and oxygen is pretty simple because H2O. So this water that we got should break down. So you can see we're getting plenty of carbon. Let's go ahead and break down this water. It gives us a little bit more. All right, so now that we grab this stuff, the recipe is pretty simple. So it was 1 carbon. Okay, let's put these in here for now. It was 2 hydrogen, I'm overheating, and it was 1 oxygen. Now it gives us all of those. Perfect. Now we take these and we put 1 here, and now we got ourselves some insects. Hippie hooray. Okay. So, oh god, I'm running out of oxygen. I think I refilled some oxygen tanks up here. I did. Woo! Okay, let's do that. Was not paying attention to that. And I think I'm almost out of water, which I did go through and fill up water recently. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. We are at 0%. Alright, so let's do all of this. And let's get through some of these tasks we've been kind of sitting on. Alright, so we should be able to get our oxygen going back up. Come on, I got 2 oxygen tanks. Let's do this. Okay, so in here, looks like we got a quest complete. What did I do? Oh, that's right. I killed the spiders because I was outside getting water for ice. And that gives us an 89, but nothing else. Oh, we have to kill an ender pants. Okay, all right. Well, we can do that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Get some of this stuff put away. Let's those in here. Okay, so let's pop back in here. So we're going to keep our eye out for an Enderman. Did that open something? No. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Okay. So in the kitchen. Was it in here? That's a poly tool. That's getting oak leaves. All right. Provisions, was it under? Yeah, here we go. All right, so one is to make a cooking oven. So let's see. All right, so to make a cooking oven, as opposed to some other kind of oven, we need to get regular glass plus one of these, and that's what was stopping us. So let's see, do we have the glass? We do. Wonderful. All right, so we'll put one of these here and wrap it around like so. And finally, we got that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And then the other elements of this are going to be a furnace and 5 ingots. So let's go ahead and grab our ingots that we're going to need. There's that. And then let's go ahead and grab 8 of these. Perfect. Okay. Let's make this. All right. There's that. 3 of those. And finally, 1 of these. All right. So there. Now we got that. That finishes that and gives us these. And does that. Okay. So let's head down and let's kind of set this stuff up and kind of see if this is going to work the way it's supposed to. So. Now, the big thing with the cooking for blockheads, shut up, is that as long as you have all of these elements connected, and let's actually do this real quick and take this out. Alright, perfect. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and throw this. Why did I give me this and put that there and do this? Alright, so we put this here. So now all of these elements should be connected to this. Now, if we look in here, we can throw a couple of our elements right in here. We can put that there. We can put that there. I actually think we can kind of put... Did I lose something? Maybe I didn't make it. All right. We'll just put this here, and I think we can put that there. And then we can even, I think, in here, if we put that in there, it'll work. And that in there. So now, when we come to here, we don't really have any food connected. So let's say we grab some wheat and we put some wheat in here. Let's see if this changes anything. So now we can make flour, okay? And the reason we can make flour is because this is one big multi-block. All of this right here is all connected to each other. Now, why the water thing doesn't work, I don't know. But so the flour, right, is because we have in this multi-block wheat and this. So all we have to do is click on it. Now if we take that flour and we put it in here, right? And then I think this needs coal. So let's go ahead and head up and grab ourselves a little bit of coal. Shut up, mob. Alright, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a full stack and head back down. Alright, so if in here we put in a little bit of coal, and, well, like I said, we got to get more food in here, basically. And also what we can do. Now, what hard was it to make the fridge? Let's look that up real quick, because I would like to make another one of those. So to make a fridge, all we needed was an iron door and a chest. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take this, I'm going to toss this down. Oh, I can't put it there, damn it. We'll put it down just right here for now. And we're going to grab out all of this stuff. And we're actually going to put in the bowl, the sugar. Well, we'll put in most of the stuff in here, actually. And let's see if that adds any different food. So now you can see we can make bread because we can cook the flour. We can make grilled mushrooms because we have the skillet and the mushroom in there. So now you might be able to see why it's called cooking for Blockheads. So let's go ahead, and we're actually going to head up, and we're going to make ourselves some more refrigerators. Okay. So because iron is not an issue, and I don't know if I have any extra chests made. I do not, but I should have a little bit of wood. Alright, so let's go ahead and head over here and do this. Why did I grab that current amount of iron? That seems kind of dumb. Let's put that back and grab this. Okay. So let's go ahead and make ourselves 3 iron doors. Alright, perfect. Okay, give me that. And then iron door with a chest gives us a fridge, very easy thing. Iron door with the chest, and finally iron door with the chest. Alright, so now if we head back down to the kitchen, and we go ahead and take these out. Alright, just like so. And we go ahead and add this. Now it's a double high fridge. And we got 2 fridges. This is all connected. So now any food we have in here will get put in here. Now we can make mushroom stew because now we have more than 1 mushroom and we have bowls in there. Now something else cool we can do is we got these tool racks. So we put these up like this. We come in here and we grab these tools. Instead of having them in the fridge, it doesn't make any sense. We can grab them and put them up here. Let's go ahead and grab these 2. We can put these up here as well. Now, since they are connected, because they're connected to the side of this fridge, they are still showing up as some of the elements that are in here. So let's say we want to make some bread. So we click bread, click it a couple times, and you'll notice this thing lit up. Now it is cooking bread. The bread will finish in here and go right into the side over here. Alright, so now we got 2 bread in there. You can see, eating twice, I ate less food. Now we have toast as an option. So we click this a couple times, and now you can see that it's now making our bread into toast. It is doing it automatically. So as long as we have the food in there, and as long as we have the elements to cook something, and I love how they did this animation. Oh, that's so cool. So now we have toast. So now if we look in here, we can now make a toast sandwich because we have 2 pieces of toast. And that's really about it. So any food we have will go in here, and we can go from there. Now, it'll only show things we can make when we have all of the elements. So it won't necessarily show, oh, you know, if you want to make this, you got to find that. We got to be able to get some of the stuff. So, all right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead. I wanted to see something real quick. So stuffed eggplant, right? So let's go ahead and look at this. So stuffed eggplant has 2 recipes. All of this stuff or this simple one. Okay. So to get eggplant, it looks like we're just going to have to come across it. How do we get the seeds? I don't know how we get... Oh. Okay, well, here's where the confusing part is. If we make stuffed eggplant, we get a market. A market is where we can buy all the seeds. But I think to get the seeds to make the stuffed eggplant, I got to buy a market. Unless I had screwed up somewhere. Let's just look real quick. Was eggplant an option at any point? Blackberry, okay. Bucket of water. Cantaloupe, okay. Cucumber, garlic, and coffee, alright. Cotton, oh, that's where I messed up. I picked tomato seeds. Alright, if anybody's going to make a mod pack, don't do it that way, so. Alright, well, I might just have to make a market. Alright, but before we go, I'm going to try and make this. So to make these, we basically just need a bunch of diamonds and glass. And this is going to be the next setup. So we have a decent amount of diamonds. And we should have some glass left. So let's go ahead and make these elements. So is it this plus that? Okay. So that's the reinforce. This will give us a little bit more protection. Alright, and then the boots were, okay, pretty simple. So glass in the middle and 2 diamonds. Sweet. Alright, so now we got ourselves the boots. And finally the pants are going to be pretty much like making regular pants. This is actually not too bad. This actually takes less diamonds than making diamond armor. And it's got some pretty good stuff in it. So let's go ahead and put back those diamonds. Let's go ahead and put back this wood and this glass and even these chests. We'll drop this string in here. Alright, so now we should be able to claim this. And now we got our reinforced shape. So if we take this off, now put this on with this on in there. Okay. Swap these out. Swap these out. And finally swap these out. There we go. Now we're reinforced. We've got full bars on everything on our armor. Perfect. And let's see, did that open anything else up? It did not. So it looks like the eggplant thing. And like I said, it's a tad bit annoying that this is what's killing us. Because to make eggplant once again, it was eggplant and garlic. 2 things I did not choose. They should have made them mandatory if they were going to make a quest. Chili toast sandwich aren't getting anymore. I need something more substantial like stuffed eggplant. So before we go, let's look up real quick a market, because it's the only way I can think to do this. And of course we can't make a market. So what this is telling me is this quest, eggplant was an option, but I went with tomatoes. And with... what quest was it? This quest, I went with, I think, cucumbers instead of garlic. Now, because I made those choices way down here, and this music is appropriate for this, now I cannot make this eggplant because I do not have the garlic nor the eggplant. So the one way to get garlic is to eat, or to get eggplant, is to either have 2 eggplants, which if I had 2 eggplants, I would need to make 2 eggplants, or in this machine where I still need the eggplant seed, which once again, I would need it. The one place to buy the eggplant is on a market that I cannot make. I want everybody to drink that in for just a moment and think about that. So what that is going to mean is the game is going to make us cheat. I don't care if I'm breaking the fourth wall right now. That's annoying to me. So let's see. If we put these in here, 3%. All right. So you can see we can make some handful of stuff. Okay. So it looks like maybe, and just so that you don't have to see it in between transmissions, maybe I will pray to the space vegetable gods about possibly giving us those seeds, because that's annoying. So, because then we go from there, we go into this, which basically, if we get these skulls, we actually start to get animals, which would be helpful. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed this transmission. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or to help out getting this transmission to more Earthlings for their help and pressuring the Bulgarian government to get off their butts and start a space program. If anybody's curious why Bulgaria, because I cannot afford the American version. Make sure you leave those comments down there. Until the next episode, or next transmission, immersion of Aftermath, we want to thank you guys so much for hanging out, and goodbye.